Hello everyone. Today we've got 3 hot Wrexham news stories you need to know, and I'm giving you a heads up now. The last one is a real bombshell that could impact the club's entire season. So stick with me until the end, because before we get to the main headline, we've got 2 updates that show how Wrexham are moving and completely changing the club's outlook. This is Channel Name with Rodrigo, bringing you everything directly, clearly, and with plenty of football. News 1. Ollie Palmer's future could change. To kick off today's video, let's talk about a situation that could significantly shake up Wrexham's attack and has the fans talking: Ollie Palmer's future. The team is in a transitional moment, with a squad that has undergone radical changes this summer and an attacking line that is almost bursting with options. That means manager Phil Parkinson has an important decision to make, and it needs to be made before the summer transfer window closes. Over the past few months, Wrexham haven't held back in the market. Major reinforcements have arrived, particularly for the attacking department: Ryan Hardy, Josh Windus, Kiefer Moore, and, more recently, Nathan Broadhead, who joined for a record fee and caught attention across the country. With so many quality names, competition for a spot in attack has become much fiercer, and this is where Palmer's dilemma comes into play. Ollie Palmer has a history with Wrexham, but his place in the starting lineup had been in question. Many thought he'd be one of the first to leave this summer, especially as he wasn't seen as a key part of the season's plans. But football has its surprises. In the EFL Cup against Hull City, Palmer stepped onto the pitch and proved he can still be decisive. He scored 2 important goals, reigniting the debate over his role in the team. Right now, the situation is this: despite that performance, Palmer is unlikely to be a guaranteed starter. Nico Williams currently holds the main striker role, and Alex Berenguer is viewed as the immediate second option. However, Palmer could become that secret weapon, the player who comes on when needed to change a game, using his physical strength and penalty box presence to put pressure on opposing defences. There's another factor weighing on this decision: finances. Jay Rodriguez, also in the squad, earns around £1.3 million per year, a hefty amount for a player who has struggled with constant injuries and is unlikely to sustain a long run of matches. Palmer, on the other hand, is on a much lower salary, somewhere in the region of £312,000 annually, meaning far less strain on the wage bill. When weighing it all up, Parkinson must decide: is it smarter to release Rodriguez, free up the wage budget, and keep Palmer as a reliable bench option? Or will he insist on making space for other names, even at the risk of losing a player who has already shown he can win games? This decision could influence not only Palmer's future but also how Wrexham approach the rest of the season. After all, in long and demanding competitions like the Championship, squad depth can be the small but vital difference between a competitive team and a title-winning one. News 2. Broadhead reveals the players who convinced him to sign. Now on to the second story of the day, which concerns one of Wrexham's most talked about signings of the transfer window: Nathan Broadhead. The Welsh striker, newly arrived from Ipswich Town, has opened up and revealed the conversations that help him decide to pull on the red shirt this season. According to Broadhead himself, 2 names were crucial: Kiefer Moore and James McLean. Both already knew the club environment inside out and, before he signed, made a point of sharing their impressions. Broadhead revealed that Moore and McLean spoke not only about the team's strength on the pitch, but also about the setup of it, including the ambitious project led by owners Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. These conversations weren't just casual chats. Broadhead explained that he was told in detail about the way the squad is treated, the commitment of the coaching staff, and the unique connection with the supporters. Hearing this from players he respects, who already have well-established careers in football, was the final push he needed to say yes to Wrexham. And it wasn't a small deal. The club shelled out no less than £10 million to prize him away from Ipswich Town, a record fee in Wrexham's history. The 4-year contract shows this isn't a short-term gamble. It's an investment aimed at building a strong, competitive attack for the seasons ahead. The timing could not have been better for the club either. Kiefer Moore, a key attacking figure, has suffered an injury and will be out for a few weeks. This means Broadhead arrives with the responsibility of stepping straight into a leading role, bringing aerial presence, versatility, and a proven finishing touch. He joins with stature, championship experience, and the expectation of becoming one of the squad's central figures. But it's important to understand that Broadhead isn't just another expensive signing. He's part of a wider strategy that Wrexham have been executing since they began daring to dream big again in the second tier. This summer alone, the club have invested heavily not only in transfers, but also in competitive wages to attract high-profile names. And most impressively of all, it's all underpinned by genuine revenue growth, driven by broadcast deals, merchandise sales, sell-out crowds at the stadium, and the international appeal that the owners have helped to build. Broadhead's arrival is, therefore, a clear statement of intent. Wrexham want not only to remain in the Championship but to fight for a place in the upper reaches of the table. He is seen as a player capable of changing games, keeping the attacking tempo high even when key players are absent, and, above all, reinforcing the winning mentality the club has been cultivating. Now, the focus is on how quickly he can link up with the other forwards and adapt to Phil Parkinson's style of play. And if what Moore and McLean said is indeed true, Broadhead won't take long to feel at home, and may well become one of the defining faces of this new Wrexham era. News 3, Main. How Ryan Reynolds and Rob McCallum are making history with Broadhead. And now, the big bombshell you saw on the cover and in the title. Wrexham have just broken their own transfer record to sign Nathan Broadhead for an impressive £10 million, a figure that, for many, would be unthinkable for a club that, not too long ago, was playing in the lower tiers of English football and has only just been promoted to the Championship. This signing is not just a bold move in the transfer market, it's a direct reflection of the new mentality and structure that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, have been building alongside the Allen family since taking over the club. The objective is crystal clear: to transform Wrexham from a promising side into a genuine contender in the second tier, capable of pushing for promotion to the Premier League. Insiders have revealed that the club expects revenue of around £50 million this season, a huge leap compared to previous years. This increase comes from multiple fronts: far more lucrative TV deals, major sponsorships, global-scale merchandising, and, of course, the massive international exposure generated by the documentary series and the owner's charisma. This creates a positive cycle. The more visibility, the more money comes in. The more money, the stronger the squad they can assemble. The most impressive part is that this investment does not jeopardize the club's budget. Reynolds and McCallum, in partnership with the Allen family, have structured the finances to ensure that spending on wages, transfers, and infrastructure all fit within a long-term plan. This means Wrexham can spend big now without risking their future, a balance many clubs dream of achieving. And Broadhead is not arriving as just another good player. He comes in as the star of the transfer window, ready to start, take on a leading role and offer a new dimension to Wrexham's attack. His Championship experience, versatility to operate in different attacking positions, and ability to decide matches in critical moments make him a key figure in Phil Parkinson's plans. Beyond the technical impact, this signing sends a message to the entire market: Wrexham are not content simply to survive in the division. The message is clear: they want to compete at the top end of the table, challenge established opponents, and perhaps even fight for promotion as early as this season. It's a move that boosts the fans' morale, attracts even more media attention, and shows that the project is not just a feel-good story for a documentary, but a real, ambitious strategy to reach the top. And let's be honest, when a club with such recent history and potential manages to combine solid financial planning, long-term vision, and the courage to make bold moves in the market, the outcome can be historic. Nathan Broadhead is, without doubt, the symbol of this new era, and all eyes will be on him when the Championship season kicks off. So, what did you think of these three stories? Which one caught your attention the most? Do you think Ollie Palmer will earn his place in the team, Broadhead will shine for Wrexham, or that this multi-million-pound gamble will pay off? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear your opinion. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to channel name, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on Wrexham. Here, we bring you everything, from what happens on the pitch to the behind-the-scenes stories, with the passion of those who live and breathe football. See you in the next video, and let's go Red Dragons!